Principle of flotation states that an object will float in a fluid when the upthrust exerted upon it by the fluid in which it floats equal the weight of the object. Archimedes' principle states that when a body is totally or partially immersed in a fluid, it experiences an upthrust which is equal to the weight of the fluid displaced. The principle of moments states that if a body is in equilibrium, then the sum of the clockwise moments about any point on the body is equal to the sum of the anti-clockwise moments about the same point. Time of flight, t, is the time required for a projectile to return to the same level from which it was projected. The maximum height, h, is the maximum vertical distance attained as measured from the horizontal projection plane. Range, r, is defined as the horizontal distance from the point of projection to the point where the projectile hit the projection plane again. The parallelogram law of vectors states that if two vectors are represented in magnitude and direction by the adjacent sides of a parallelogram, the diagonal of the parallelogram drawn from the point of intersection of the vectors represents the resultant vector in magnitude and direction. Neutral equilibrium occurs when a system, after being slightly displaced, remains in its new position, neither returning to its original state nor moving further away. Unstable equilibrium refers to a state where a system, if slightly disturbed, tends to move away from its original position rather than return to it. Stable equilibrium is a state where a system, if slightly disturbed or displaced, producing restoring forces that cause it to return to its original position. A center of gravity of an object is defined as a point at which the whole mass or weight of the object is assumed to be concentrated. A moment of a couple is a rotational effect produced by two equal, opposite, and non-collinear parallel forces. Capillarity is the tendency of a liquid to rise or fall in a narrow tube. Cohesion is the force of attraction between two molecules of the same kind. Adhesion is the force of attraction between molecules of different kinds. The principle of triangular forces states that if three forces are in equilibrium, they can be represented in both magnitude and direction by the three sides of a triangle taken in order.